Introduction to normal forms. In this lecture, we will cover first normal form in detail. So this is your lecture 9. So what are normal forms? Normal forms are set of rules to identify the data redundancy. It is used to reduce or eliminate the redundancy or anomalies. There are various normal forms: first NF, second NF, third NF, BCNF, and fourth NF. So now see in this, every higher normal form is also lower normal form. See in this diagram, you can see that if a relation is in BCNF, then it is in 3NF, 2NF and 1NF. So here we have written here that a relation in BCNF will surely be in all other normal forms. So check by moving toward outer circle. So go upward and check. So if a relation is 3NF, then it will be surely in 2NF and 1NF. A relation in 2NF will surely be in 1NF. Expressive power of NF. So number of relations satisfied by the NF is called the expressive power of an NF. So see, these are three statements. So we have to check whether these statements are true or false. So every 2NF is not 1NF. So see in this Venn diagram, what they are saying that every 2NF is not 1NF. But here in this diagram, we observe that every 2NF is 1NF. So this is false statement. This is true statement. Now check every 2NF is not 3NF. So every 2NF is not 3NF. Yeah, it is true, because if a relation is in this area and another relation is in this area, then the relation in 2NF is not in 3NF. So we can say that every 2NF is not 3NF, and it is true. So for this, we can move toward inner circle. Okay. Now we can say that BCNF is stricter than 3NF. 3NF is stricter than 2NF, and 2NF is stricter than 1NF. First normal form. So a relation R is in first NF only if R does not contain any multi-valued attribute, or we can say all the attributes of relation R must be single valued. So what they are trying to say that an attribute must not contain multiple values. So see this example. In this example, phone number contains multiple values for the same row. So we can say this attribute is multi-valued attribute. Such attributes which contain multiple values are called multi-valued attributes. And these two attributes are single valued attributes, because for each row we have only one value for an attribute. So that's why these attributes are single valued attributes. What will be the primary key of this relation? Primary key of this relation is employee ID, and the functional dependency is that employee ID determines employee name. So here employee name is single attribute, and this functional dependency is called single valued functional dependency. Okay, so employee ID determines only single valued attribute. So this is your single valued attribute. So see the next slide. Okay, so in this slide, single valued functional dependency is employee ID determines employee name, because for the value of employee ID 1, there is always A, for 2, there is always B, and for 3, there is always B. So we can say that 1, 2, and 3 all are the values of employee ID maps to the single value, that is A, B, and B. Okay, But here if you see phone number, then in the phone number there are multiple values like 1 2 3, then 4 5 6. So we can say that 1 is mapped to multiple values. So single valued functional dependency cannot determine the multi-valued attribute. So that's why make multi-valued attribute, that is phone number, the part of the primary key. Then this relation becomes in first NF. See here, conversion of multi-valued functional dependency into single valued functional dependency. So this is your phone number and this phone number is multi-valued attribute. It is converted into single valued attribute by creating separate rows for each value in the multi-valued attribute, that is phone number. So for each value in the phone number we have now separate rows. So that's why it is now single valued attribute. So what will be the primary key of this relation? This relation has been converted now in this relation. Then what will be the primary key of this relation? See, employee ID cannot be the primary key because it contains duplicate values. Employee name also contain duplicate values, and phone number can also contain duplicate values. So what will be the primary key? So primary key can be the combination of both employee ID and phone number, because the combination of employee ID and phone number will be unique. So that's why we have the primary key. So what do you understand? If you want to make multi-valued attribute, single valued attribute, then make this attribute the part of the primary key. Okay. So in this there was no functional dependency which can determine this multi-valued attribute. That's why make this multi-valued attribute the part of the primary key. So now we have this relation into first NF, first normal form. See another example. In this example we have course name as multi-valued attribute. So, student name with some student ID may be enrolled in more than one courses. That's why we have more than one values in the course name. So, for converting this multi-valued attribute into single-valued attribute, we create separate rows for each value in the column in the course name. So that's why now this we have this relation, and this relation is in first normal form. So what is the primary key of this relation? Primary key of this relation will be student ID and C name together. So together it is the primary key of the relation. See, C name is the multi-valued attribute and it is not determined by any of the functional dependency present in this relation. So it means this attribute must be the part of the primary key, that is student ID. So now we have the primary key student ID C name. Now solve this question. See, in this question, they have a relation with four attributes and the functional dependencies A determines B, B determines C. Now ensure it is in first NF. So how will you find? First, you must know a relation is in first NF if, okay, see, a relation is in first NF if the candidate key or the primary key of the relation can determine all the attributes of this relation. So if the CK of the relation determines all the attributes of the relation, then it is in first NF. Otherwise, it is not in first NF, and to make it in first NF, make undetermined attribute set the part of the candidate key. So in this question, find the candidate key. So we have B and we have C here. So A can determine A, B and C. So A does not determine D, or we can say that after observing these functional dependencies, we can say that none of these functional dependency determine D. So D is not determined by any functional dependency. That's why D must be multi-valued attribute. When it is multi-valued attribute, then it must be the part of the candidate key. So we have AD as the candidate key, and now relation is in 1NF. So this relation is not in first NF. So to make this relation into first NF, we have to make D the part of the candidate key. That's why we have AD as the candidate key. Now check the next question in this, it is 1NF or not. So for this, if you notice here that C and D attributes are not derived by any functional dependencies. Okay, so then C and D must be multi-valued attribute, set. So when we have multi-valued attribute set, then it is not determined by any functional dependency, and then it must be the part of the candidate key. So if you see this example, in this relation, A is the candidate key for now, which does not determine C and D. So that's why C and D must be the part of this primary key A, and hence we have ACD is a primary key of the relation R. And now it is in first NF. Okay, now check another relation. So in this relation, find the candidate key. So candidate key A. So A does not determine B. So that's why this relation is not in first NF. So to make it first NF, what we have to do, we have to make B the part of the candidate key. So now AB. AB is the candidate key of the relation R, which is in first NF. So what is the problem with first NF? So after converting a relation into first NF, we have high redundancy. So when you eliminate multi-valued attributes in a relation, then it becomes high redundant. Okay. So the point to remember is that if candidate key can determine all the attributes of a relation R, then relation R is surely in first NF. And if it is if relation is not in first NF, then undetermined attribute is made the part of the candidate key, then the relation will be in first NF. Okay, so thank you.